Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Every episode microplot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macro plot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these adventures in any order, and can skip any you don't enjoy. Today we are playing using the combat mechanics from a game called Travel-Sized Role-Playing Game, or TSRPG. It's our first time playing, so we might make some mistakes. If you enjoy these mechanics, you can find Travel-Sized Role-Playing Game on drivethrurpg.com, where it is a platinum bestseller. Build your own travel-sized role-playing game character and play a game with friends. Speaking of friends, today we are joined by Muse Martinez.
Hey, I have tan skin because I'm from California. I have long black hair with pink highlights. I have a wonderful purple outfit ensemble with my guitar, of course. My stats are 0 physical, 5 mental. I got a +1 durable booby guns. And +2 love potions. And as you know, I'm very flirty.
Yeah, 2 uses of those love potions. All right. And your trait is flirty, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Newson 10010.
Hello there. I am of average height, and I have pale skin. If you look closely, you see it looks a little bit waxy. It's sometimes hard to tell what gender I am. I wear rough work clothes, shirt and trousers that look worn. I don't take care in my appearance, it seems. But I am wearing a slightly natty fedora hat. My stats are, for Travel RPG, I have 3 physical and 2 mental, but I do have a +1 durable mental processor enhancer. I also have +2 consumable items which I can extrude from my body. So they can be anything. My trait is inquisitive. I'm very interested in the world around me and want to find out more.
I am interested in this buddy cop setup that we've got going on. We've got charisma and brains. Like, you guys are going to be a good detective team. This is very interesting. Yes. Okay, players, please take off your headphones for 1 minute, keeping an eye on the video because I'll wave when it's time for you to put headphones back on. Listeners, travel-sized role-playing game is travel-sized, so you can play it by rolling dice or drawing a card or by simply thinking of a number. To be completely fair, all the challenges I built into the adventure already have a predetermined GM number I wrote down. That you, listener, will notice will be the same number in both companion episodes. For any spontaneous challenges that I don't see coming, these are the numbers in order that I, the game master, am going to use. 5, 14, 3, 8, 12, 13, 6, 14, 2, 12, 6. If I run out, I'll start at the beginning, and I'm waving my players back in now. Welcome back, players. This was me sharing all the numbers for all your challenges with the listeners so they know that I'm not, well, I did make them up, but I'm not making them up, like making them up. All right, and one more explanation. These TSRPG games are companion episodes, which means that I, the game master, will be saying the same word-for-word prompts to 2 different groups of players. Neither group knows what the other chose or what the result was. Players will naturally make different choices. 2 different parties will end up with wildly different results. This makes companion episodes really fun to listen to. What could have been down that other decision path? Listen to the companion episode and you might find out. You, the players, have maximum free will. Any questions?
No.
Great. You are on a boat. Its bow, magically propelled, cuts through glass, flat, Caribbean blue water. You approach a hut, very similar to one of the famous one in the Maldives. Maldives? I sent you guys a picture as a teaser before the adventure of this hut. With a tan thatch roof, white lounge chairs, and a teal pool under the bright, bright sun. The main differences are that this building is much larger than a single hut, expansively sized like a resort, and that the platform extends down, down, down under the crystal clear water for at least 2 stories before it fades into nebulous blue. How are you each feeling about this overnight trip the fire-breathing kittens have unexpectedly received a mysterious invitation to.
I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, I love the nightlife, so it's where things get exciting.
This is somewhere I've never been before, so I'm very keen to experience it.
Great. The captain of the speedboat pulls it up to a dock next to lifeboats. Before she releases you to go have fun, she points to the lifeboats and, like a bored stewardess, gives you a safety speech she's clearly recited 100 times. Here's your safety and introduction speech I have to give you. I and my boat will be back tomorrow. Outings are every even hour between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. from the bottom level. The kitchen level's all-included cafeteria is open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. You'll find a name tag on your assigned suite in the sleeping level. The room keys I gave you each earlier will work on that suite door. In the event of an emergency, here is where we keep the lifeboats. Proceed in an orderly manner to a lifeboat. Do not depart until the lifeboat is at least half full. If you are in a room with a lifeboat exit shaft and you don't feel capable to operate the lifeboat, tell one of our staff and we will change your room to an interior windowless room. In the event of an emergency, help yourself before helping others. Life jackets are in the lifeboats. Each life jacket has a beacon, she points to a little metal thing, that will glow upon making contact with water. If your life jacket does not inflate, there is a straw you can use to inflate your life jacket manually. And she demonstrates holding the straw up and blowing in it. Does everyone feel safe?
Yes, thank you, Captain, for your instructions.
Doing great! Not scared at all.
I'm glad there are all these safety precautions. It makes me feel at ease.
They kind of make me a little uncomfortable. Like, I mean, I get why they have them, but like, I don't want to think about being in that water. It has to be cold.
I'm sure it will all be fine. What harm could befall us on a place such as this?
Obviously, you do not know the story of the Titanic.
I'm not familiar with that story, no. Would you care to tell me?
She just like, just kind of like looks at the water, looks at him. I don't really think it's a good story, like a boat story, you know? It's kind of scary.
Very well.
A lot of people died.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to do on the boat?
I want to go to our hut. Shall we disembark?
All right.
You guys are standing on the deck next to lifeboats, and you've received a speech about the levels that are available here. Do you remember the levels?
I don't remember the levels, but I do know that the boat comes every even hour after 10, and the cafe is open. And the cafe is open from 10 to 10.
Okay, well, that one's right. All right. I and my boat will be back tomorrow. Outings are every even hour between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. from the bottom level.
So I think we should explore.
I would like that. What level are we on right now? Just, I feel like you already told me, but I want to hear it again.
You're on the deck level.
Okay.
Beneath you are other levels that include kitchens, bedrooms, and the bottom level is outings.
Is there like an upper level, or is it all just down?
The deck level is the topmost level.
All right.
It has a deck and a pool.
Ooh. Going to that pool later. So, I say we just, do you want to go down to the bottom and work our way up, or do you want to go like level by level?
Let's start at the bottom and see what outings are available.
All right.
This is a companion episode, is how I should start this as. Every choice you make has alternative choices. If you had inspected the lifeboats on your own, that would have been one thing, but you didn't, so you're prepared for... So if they try to move on to the next thing, I am supposed to prompt you with, please make a perception check, a mental challenge with a range of 25. The range of 25 is a kind of a penalty range. It's quite high. Oh, the mechanics of TSRPG, I should explain that.
Yeah.
They're going to be trying to guess a number. You can roll a dice, you can draw a card, you can just say a number. It doesn't really matter how you get your number in TSRPG. You can play this around a bonfire, you can play this on a boat, you can play this on a school bus with your friends, or like a drinking bus when you're going skiing for the weekend. It doesn't matter how you get your number. I have written down the number so that there's No claims of unfairness. Just tell me a number between both of you, between 1 and 25, and you will pass if your guess plus or minus your mental range equals the number. You'll get a critical success if you guess the number itself.
All right.
I choose 13.
And I choose 15.
Okay, here's the number. Wait, first let's find out what your ranges are. What's your mental range, everybody? And if you have a trait, that's a +1 to your range, if that applies to looking for lifeboats, looking at lifeboats.
My mental is 5.
Nice. So your range is
2, but +1 for my durable mental processor enhancer.
Right. And you can use your durable every time. And you are inquisitive as your trait.
I am.
That would count for a perception check. So that's +3 to your numbers. So what's your ranges? Your smallest and your biggest? Subtract and add that number to your choice.
9 to 17.
Good. And for Muse?
The number that I got was 15.
Plus or minus 5 is?
Plus 5 is 20, so...
Yes. And minus 5 is?
10.
Right. So your range is 10 to 20. And Newson's range is 9 to... Newson?
17.
9 to 17. All right. So if the number is anywhere in that range, then you guys pass this perception check about the lifeboats. And the number was?
4.
Yeah.
So we failed.
So you failed. So there's something going on with those lifeboats. But because you failed, who knows? You go down to the bottom level.
Right. It's probably fine.
You are on the bottom level.
Yeah, we want to see what kind of outings are available.
Yeah, and that's the joy of companion episodes, just to let you guys know. Maybe the other group will pass that check, or if they actively look at the lifeboats, I will let you know the range was 5, which is a little different. Easier to pass, one could say.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
Okay, we progress down to the lowest level.
Yes. As you walk along, the stairs are kind of like a concrete, like a stone, and the windows are big glass squares that are curved with the structure that are beautiful views of the underwater scene. The first level is lighter, the second level is darker, and the bottom level is a deep blue. Okay, bottom outings level. An older 4.5-foot tall mountain dwarf woman is standing beside a round industrial door and a row of underwater suits, and is just putting the helmet on her own suit. She has graying golden hair and tan skin. She smiles at you.
Hello. Are you taking an outing? Where are you going to?
Hey, I'm taking... So this character was built with a Scottish accent, but I can't do that. So I'm just gonna... I put some Scottish vocab words in a list. So there's my attempt. Eilun, which means a boy or young man. Eilun, I am taking an outing in the ocean. Are you as well?
You said in the ocean, like you're going inside of the ocean?
Aye, wearing an underwater suit, lassie.
Fascinating. And what do you hope to find there?
A seashell as a souvenir.
I'm sure there are many interesting things in the ocean. Muse,
Yeah,
do you think
like-
we should accompany?
I mean, yeah, there's lots of interesting things in the ocean. You know, like sharks.
Are there? Are there sharks here? Newson turns to speak to the dwarf lady again.
Newson, my dude. It's the ocean. There are sharks in the ocean.
I am sure you are correct. I was just wondering if there were any in the immediate vicinity. I take it you do not wish to accompany this fine lady on her expedition.
I mean, yeah, it would be super cool to get a really neat seashell from the bottom of the ocean, but, like, I'm not ready to be somebody's dinner, you know?
Well, I would not want to make you uncomfortable, so if you would rather remain in the habitat, we can stay here.
Yeah, why don't we check out and see what else is around, and then, you know, if nothing else catches our interest, we can always come back. Right?
That is true. Yes, you are correct. Well, good luck on your expedition.
Thanks. It's only a wee adventure, and I'm a tourist happy to jap about in the water, which they told me online meant splash. So I don't know. So she finishes putting her suit on and waits. And you guys head to... Oh, and that's every 2 hours. You guys can come back and do a different outing. No big deal.
Oh, nice. So 2 hours. 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Every even hour, there's an outing from the bottom level.
Oh, maybe there'll be something different in the next 2 hours, like, that we can check out. So is that all that's on this level, is just that lady doing her outings?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess it's time to go to the next level. I'm excited to see what's here.
I will accompany you, of course. Let's go up.
I would love that.
You guys go up one level?
Newson is looking out the windows as he goes up to the next level because he's very interested to see what he can spot, if there are any sharks or other interesting things visible in the water.
Perception check, which is a mental challenge of 5.
Well, then I think I will succeed automatically.
Because your range is?
Because my range is 4 with the inquisitive bonus. So it is 4 and 4 is 8, which is greater than 5.
Well, let's see if you get a critical success. I'm going to write down the number.
That's true.
I wrote down the number.
I'm going to choose 1.
What's the written number?
Yay! Yeah.
It's a podcast. You have to say it out loud.
Yay! It's the right number.
It's a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So you critically succeeded. That means that I'll give you even more information than I had here. So the success condition is you see a large shape in the distance, a darker blue form on the bottom of the ocean. It's moving. And the additional information for a critical success is it's a crab. It's a very large Japanese spider crab. And it's sparkling. It's shiny on its claw. And it's just casually moving about, doing like a poke and eat, it's pretty chill. And you get a +1 on your next roll.
Ooh.
On your range from your critical success.
Thank you. Excellent.
Solid.
Do you see that, Muse? There's a gigantic crustacean. It's not a shark. It looks quite interesting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, my dude. I don't know what a crustacean is.
Ah, it's one of those. He points at the window.
Do I see it?
Oh, yeah. Now that it's been pointed out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a crab. Why didn't you just say so?
I believe I did, but I'm prepared to be corrected.
This is giving me like deja vu buddy cop movie flashbacks for like which one's Jackie Chan and which one's Owen Wilson. I think Muse is Owen Wilson.
That's something perhaps we could investigate later if you feel more comfortable about venturing into the ocean.
I think I could be persuaded.
That shiny thing fascinates me.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like real gold or if it's like a part of his accoutrement.
I was going to say carapace, but accoutrements is good as well.
I'm smart sometimes.
You are smart all the time, Muse.
Oh, buddy. I'm gonna give him a hug.
That was unexpected, but not unpleasant.
Alright, so what do we see on the next level?
The bedrooms level.
Ooh.
Like a hotel hallway, this level is a long hallway with numbered doors on the left and right. Door number 128 has a yellow sticky note on it with the written words Martinez/10010/Ashen.
Ooh, this must be us.
Who is this Ashen, though?
Oh, you guys know Varric Ashen is your guildmate. They just weren't able to come today due to a sudden scheduling thing, but they are written into the adventure.
Oh man, it's really a shame that Ashen couldn't be here, but look, we got a room. Roomy?
Okay, that is interesting. Shall we explore our room?
Yeah, and then later I can teach you what it means when there is a tie on the doorknob.
I'm always interested in learning new things, so thank you, Muse, in advance.
Of course,
Here is
that's
my
what
key.
I'm here for. I think we slide it on the door because she said that it would work. So I'm going to boop it. Ow. I hit the mic. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I forgot the arm was right there. I just moved it today.
It's fine. It's fine. Absolutely leaving that. I'm not removing that. She really did almost hurt herself on the microphone stand. She booped it. The door opens for sure. With your enthusiastic boop, the door opens to a suite that is suffused with a deep blue glow. Bedrooms and a bathroom off to the left and right take backstage to the amazing giant window in your common area of your suite. It's huge, square, and blue. A tube from the floor level up through the ceiling says, "Emergency exit only."
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, the door opens to a suite that is suffused with a deep blue glow. Bedrooms and a bathroom off to the left and right take backstage to the amazing giant window in your common area. It's huge, square, and blue. A tube from floor level up through the ceiling says, "Emergency exit only."
I'm just... Muse is looking up at the giant gaping hole.
It's a tube.
I know. And she's just gonna go, I really, really want to try that, but I feel like we'll get in trouble.
Well, it does say emergency use only. Is there an emergency?
Yeah, my curiosity.
I'm not sure that qualifies as an emergency, but we can always try to explain that.
Maybe later if we get really bored. Or if there's an actual emergency, we know where to go. Wonder where this goes. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I'm gonna open up the, I guess there's curtains.
Yeah, they're currently open.
All right.
This is quite spectacular, isn't it?
It is
I could just stand here and watch this for many hours, I am sure.
It is really nice. I'm glad that we did this.
Yes. I'm still not clear why the guild sent us here, though.
Yeah. I don't see anything fishy. And she kind of gives them a little nudge.
There are fish there, though.
Yes, you see a sailfish in the distance. A school of them.
See? Sailfish.
I stand corrected. No, I just don't see anything suspicious right now, at least. Maybe we can go on one of those adventures and see if that's what we need to investigate. But for now, are there mirrors and other things that you can peer into to see your image?
Yes, there's a bathroom mirror.
All right, I'm gonna do the trick that you're supposed to do when you go to hotels. The finger trick to see if it's a double mirror.
The what?
Yeah, no, there's a trick that you could put your finger up to a mirror, and if you don't see if it doesn't quite align, it's a double mirror.
Oh.
Yeah, so can I investigate it to see if it's a double mirror?
Yeah. You don't even need to roll or pick a number or draw a card. It's not a double mirror.
Okay. All right, we're safe from creeps.
That is reassuring.
All right. So that's... our bedroom looks pretty good. Do you have luggage? I don't imagine you have luggage.
I did not bring any luggage with me, no.
Good, you can help me with mine. There's a bunch of luggage.
Oh, yeah. You have your own room, Muse, for sure. You have a nice Caribbean-themed dresser and bed set.
Oh, heck yeah. She's that type of girl that will absolutely put her clothes in the dresser. Are you really good at organizing?
It is one of my skills, I have been told, yes.
Okay. We can do that later. I want to investigate a little bit more, but you can help me later. Let's go to the next level. I think the next level was the cafeteria?
Yeah.
Yeah! Do I know what time it is right now?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter for the story.
Okay.
The kitchen level is above the bedrooms level and below the deck level. It has bright, big windows with the surface of the water, the sky, and underwater all visible. This causes a ripple effect, the surfaces in the cafeteria subtly reflecting the movement of the waves. It's beautiful. One wall of the room is a serving line where a 6-foot-tall man with short brown hair in his 30s stands at a cash register at the end of a line of piled-up foods. The room is filled with tables and chairs.
Oh, wow. This place is beautiful.
Are you hungry, Muse? Do you want to eat?
I don't have to eat, but I like to eat. Let's try some food.
Oh, I just realized you're both, like, androids.
Yeah.
It's Android Adventure.
I don't have to eat, but I love to eat. I am such a foodie. Do you have taste buds? Can you taste things? Sorry if that's rude to ask.
I don't mind at all. No, I do experience different sensations when eating, but I have not explored them as much as you obviously have.
Oh my god, I have so much to teach you. All right. This is my favorite part of cruises, is the cafeteria, because this is where everybody goes to hang out if there's no clubs, which I assume there's no clubs. All right, so this is where it's gonna happen, you know, like we gotta mingle, maybe see if anybody around here is a little suspicious, you know, but we gotta be cool about it. Do you know how to be cool?
I believe I can be cool, yes.
She'll like tip down his like little fedora. I mean, that helps.
Thank you for your assistance, Muse. I do feel a little bit cooler now.
All right, let's go try some food.
All right, there's a whole line of food, and you can load up your tray with everything, whatever you want.
I'm just gonna get a, like, very buffet style, just get, like, a little bit of everything on my plate and pile it up as much as I can and just get everything that I can.
Yeah, what sorts of foods are you putting on?
She's not really too picky. She's an omnivore. There's not really much that she wouldn't eat.
Okay, so there's, like, a conch fritter. There's yeah.
All right, I'll try that.
Newson, what are you piling on your tray?
So Newson is following right behind Muse and just copying everything that she does. So everything that Muse takes, Newson takes a bit and tries to take the same amount as well.
Excellent.
He's also looking around to see if there is, because Muse mentioned that the mixing and mingling is important, and we've got to be on the lookout for suspicious people. So looking to see if there's anyone else in the space other than the person who's serving or at the cash register.
You know, the cafeteria is pretty empty. You did see people up on that deck level, though. And the 6-foot-tall cashier with short brown hair in his 30s smiles at you and says, "Muse, Newson, where's your fellow fire-breathing kitten, Varric? Still putting his clothes away in the dresser or something?"
Do I know this person?
You do not know this person.
A very important question. Is he cute?
That is a good question. You told me he's 6 feet tall, he has short brown hair, and he's a human in his 30s.
What color are his eyes?
His eyes are green, I say, after looking that up.
All right. Yeah, I'd say he's pretty cute. Do I know you? She's saying that to the cashier.
I've never met you, but Varric has told me about you. Isn't he coming?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, I see. He looks disappointed. He fiddles with a small metal charm, then returns it to his pocket. Oh, sorry, he has a voice. "When I sent the tickets to the guild hall, I thought I put a note on them that they were for my friend Varric and his friends."
I mean, we're friends with him.
Indeed we are.
Oh, great. Well, any friend of Varric is a friend of mine. Hey, he says like he's had an idea. He holds up a finger as if to say 1 minute and pops into the kitchen. He comes right back, holding a small, personal-sized tray of brownies and a plate of cookies. I've got something for you, friends of Varric. Do you want to buy something to party hard? He jiggles the plate of cookies. Or mellow out? Jiggling the brownies.
Oh, you are speaking my language. I would like a one of both, please.
Okay, that'll be $10. Discount for Varric's friends.
All right. A fork over the money.
You receive 1 cookie and 1 brownie.
You in on in this, Newson?
I believe I am, although I'm not entirely sure what this is. Newson, however, is very keen to go along with Muse's plan, so he also gets $10 out. 1 of each, please.
All right. You guys tell me when you eat those because they do things.
Newson's also interested in the little charm that he was fiddling with. Can he see if he can make out any more details about it?
He popped it back into his pocket. It was a small metal charm.
So how do you know our buddy?
We go way back. He pops a brownie and looks chiller and is like, well, enjoy yourself today. There's the outings every even hour. There's, I should probably take canapes up to the deck level now. And yeah, this food, I just inventory what you take so we can restock it. It's all included.
Sweet. Important question, my dude. Do you guys have alcohol?
Unlimited. It's all inclusive.
Oh, I would die for a mimosa right now.
Yeah, it's on the cafeteria line.
I'm gonna go grab one.
All right. So you guys, you eat, you chat. Do you take either the brownie or the cookie?
So you said the cookie was to party hard and the brownie was to chill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna party hard. I'm gonna take the cookie. You know, Muse, she likes to party.
All right. Earlier he had winked and slipped a little dessert onto your cafeteria tray. If you eat that cookie, your rolls are now +1 physical, -1 mental for your next location.
Woo! Are you going to be joining me in the cookie taking?
Would you recommend it, Muse?
I mean, this is a really good body hive, you know what I mean?
I do not, but I'm willing to find out. Newson will eat his cookie as well.
You also have your rolls at +1 physical, -1 mental for your next location.
That's unusual. I've never eaten anything like this before.
You've had nothing like this before? Wait until you try the brownie. We're gonna eat that later when we're back in the room because it's like, you just want to lay down and just relax. Or, maybe by the poolside, get a nice tan. Wait, can you tan?
I can change my skin color, yes.
Yeah, but can you do it with the sun?
I do not know. I do not believe so, but I'm willing to try.
Solid. We'll do that later.
Do you want to go to the poolside now?
How much longer until the next outing?
An amount of time that I could make 0 with narration.
Perfect. All right.
It's 2 hours in story, but it's every 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we'll just go. You want to go to an adventure, an outing?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go. I'm feeling it.
All right. This is interesting because I thought you guys would take I forget her name. I seem to have erased her name. I thought you would take Brynry with you. Okay, but this is like the adventure that I had written minus Brynry. Okay, so you go down to the outings level, and there's no one there. There's suits, underwater suits.
Do you think we can operate these ourselves, Muse?
She's just kind of like looking at it, and her eyes are kind of squinted a little bit. What is it that you say? No, but I'm willing to try.
And we have eaten our cookies, so we are ready to party hard.
Hey, you got it right! I'm so proud of you!
Thank you, Muse.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get this suit on while I'm high.
Alright. You were failing spectacularly when a young man wearing a bright pink t-shirt branded with a logo that says Desiree, khaki shorts, deck shoes, and a walkie-talkie, rounds the corner and smiles at you all. 3 people, perfect. This is a good-sized group. He claps his hands and, saying, "May I?" gestures for permission to check your suit tubing connections.
Yes, of course.
Newson?
I am happy for you to check my suit, yes. That would be most helpful.
Please, before I fall.
Okay, with his assistance, your suits are properly donned. Please describe what you look like in your underwater suit.
I imagine I picked out a purple one because she's a purple girl, you know?
Purple?
Yeah, just like a little purple, like black and purple, and she's got her like little mask. Probably put her long hair in a ponytail so it doesn't like get ratted up by the ocean.
You have a full helmet on, so your hair won't get wet.
Yeah.
Newson has had to take their fedora off, which has revealed that they are fully bald. They don't have any hair on the top of their head. And they're clambered into the suit and been hooked up by the member of staff. And Newson's suit is a little more frumpy and dowdy than Muse's. It's a sort of plain khaki colour and is maybe a little bit too large for them. So they look slightly awkward in it.
Ah. All right. Now in a suit himself, he gestures towards the large industrial door. You hear his voice magically in your helmet. As we head out, there are 3 things to keep in mind. First, because we will be about 15 meters below the surface, it isn't safe for you to leave your suit. Keep it on at all times. Second, if you get lost, press this button on your arm and it will shine a light toward the door. Third, any souvenir like a seashell you find is yours to keep, but please do check it for wildlife before bringing it inside. We've had a few octopi sneak into the resort that way. And without checking to make sure you understand, the industrial door, he pulls it open by turning the spokes and reveals a glass tube room with a door at the end, a decompression room. He steps inside.
Newson quickly follows.
Yeah, I follow as well.
The decompression room whooshes with the sound of gas escaping, and bubbles rise above the glass tube ceiling. Water slowly fills the room. The resort staff member rotates a giant round spoked wheel. He finishes and opens the door to the ocean. Now I have Brynry boldly stepping out first, beating you to the punch, but not this time, because you guys are adventuring without her.
Newson is very keen to get going, so we'll eagerly step out onto the seafloor.
Great. Pick a number between 1 and 15 to see what you find down here.
Ooh.
I will pick 11.
A sea turtle.
2.
A giant clam.
Ooh. Can I open it and see if there's a pearl inside?
You can try to open it. Do a physical check with a difficulty of 15.
I have a +1. So how do we do this?
You say a number, and you have, if you get that exact number, that's great, that's a critical success. And if you get 1 plus or minus that number, then you succeed because that's your range, you told me.
Okay. 8.
So your range is?
I honestly don't know.
7 to 9.
7 to 9, okay.
Because you said 1 is your range.
Right.
Then you picked 8, so 8 minus 1 is 7, and 8 plus 1 is 9. And the number was a... Go ahead and read that out loud for our listeners.
5. It's a 5!
So you do not succeed in prying the clam open. It reacts. It is a living thing, and it like harumphs at you in clam speak, and crimps down even harder with its shells, so you can't open it. Newson, pick a number between 1 and 15.
4.
You find a tiny sea slug, half a finger length long, with neon red and purple tendrils on its back.
Look at this, Muse.
Ooh.
It is quite spectacularly coloured.
It's pretty.
I'm still wondering about that crab we saw earlier.
I wonder if we could find it while we're down here.
Actually, you just... Muse, the distance at 2 o'clock is a darker blue than the rest of the ocean.
Ooh. I'm gonna point towards the darker blue. If what I remember from Discovery Channel is right. I think it goes deeper that way.
It's like an object.
Oh, all right. I'm going to swim towards it.
Please do a perception check with a mental challenge with a range of 15.
All right. So my mental is 4 right now because of my negative due to the drugs. I'm not very good at this. I'm sorry.
It's just picking a number between 1 and 15. Don't worry. There's no good or bad.
12.
Okay, and your range is?
4.
Right, so that goes down to 8 and up to 15. Right? The number is?
13. Yay! It's my lucky number.
You did it. From 40 feet away, the immense creature towering above you reminds you of a daddy longlegs spider. Its huge legs stretch out to the left and the right very far. Its shell is red and white striped like a candy cane. The frontmost left claw catches the light. This claw isn't pinching like the other one, but is unmoving. The claw is shiny gold. Flakes of gold gently snow off of that claw, settling rapidly down to the ocean floor.
I'm just gonna turn my head slightly and be like, Newson! Newson!
Yes, Muse?
I found a crab. I don't know if it's the crab, but I found a crab.
And it has a golden claw.
See
That's
for yourself?
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Newson moves up to join Muse.
You are 40 feet away.
This thing is ginormous.
But I wonder why its claw is gold. Do you think it can use that claw? Perhaps we should go closer and investigate. I'm concerned it may not be able to use its claw properly.
Okay. I'm scared, but okay.
Well, we will go together.
Okay, that makes me a little less scared.
Newson starts to approach the crab.
You approach the crab.
Gee, just in case I'm gonna pull out one of my love potions in case I'm gonna need it.
All right. Yes, you can use a love potion on a crab. Underwater, I guess you would have to get it in its mouth, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The crab sees you. It is much taller than you. It turns to you. Its one functional claw pinching more faster when it sees you, and it starts towards you. How do you react?
Hey, buddy!
Newson is just going to extend his hands out either side in a sort of placatory gesture to not appear threatening, but welcoming. At least that's what he thinks it does.
Okay, that's how you guys spend your round. It is going to attack both of you. It has multiple claws. It makes 4 attacks per turn. If a claw hits you, you'll see. So please, both of you, make 2 choices for, it's a 15-point range, and this is a physical defense. So you can dodge the incoming claw. And both of you say your first number and your range. I will write this down. I have written down the number. If your range overlaps with that number, then you successfully dodge the claw. If not, we're going to explore the HP system.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
15 point. Newson might extrude a shield from their body in order to protect against the claw attack. My number is 6. 3 physical plus 2 from the shield. So that's 5. So that's a range of a 1 to 11.
1 to 11. And Muse?
Trying to figure it out. I know that my low point is a 1 because I have a 1 physical. I'm going to pick the number 12. So 1 through 11, I think.
What's your range? For physical?
Physical is 1.
Okay, so you picked the number?
12.
So your range is 11 and 13, right?
11 and 13, yes.
Okay, so the number was this one. Can you guys say that out loud?
Oh, 14.
Which means that
so close.
With 1 to 11 and 11 to 13, you're both struck by the first 2 attacks out of 4 that this crab makes. The HP system in TSRPG is sort of like a 4-point system. 4 is full health, 3 is annoyed, 2 is wounded, 1 is disabled, and 0 is out of the game. Pick up an NPC to play as. So you both drop from full health to annoyed. You can spend your turn doing a 15-point challenge to break free of being pinned by this crab's claw. But more importantly, your suit is in danger. If the crab's claw punctures your suit, you might drown. So you are being pinned and you must be careful because you might die. So, which would be the 0 hit point situation if you drown 15 meters under the ocean. The second 2 attacks that the crab makes are coming in to try to... Now it's got like a claw on each of you and it's going to try to pull you apart. So the next number here, I'm going to write that down. I've written it down. You guys can say your choice of number and your range.
I'm going to go with 8.
And your range is?
Oh, I'd forgotten about the cookie. So that's an extra 1, isn't it? So that's actually a range of 6. So that is 2 to 14.
Are you expending some kind of item here? Because your normal physical is...
Oh,
3,
I thought the...
right?
Okay, I didn't realize the shield...
Physical defense.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I thought the shield would persist for the scene rather than being...
It's just one use, yeah.
Okay, then it's... Sorry.
Do you want it back?
No, it's okay. Okay. So then the range is only 4.
Okay, so your range is 4.
So that's 4 to 12.
4 to 12 range. Okay, and if 8 is the number that I've chosen, then it would be a critical success. Okay, and Muse, what's your number?
I picked 13. So plus, my thing is +1, so it would be 13, 14, right?
12, 13, 14. Yep.
Okay.
With a range of 4 to 12 and a range of 12 to 14, you guys, the number was?
3.
Which means you're both now... You went from annoyed to wounded. This crab is trying to pull you apart. Your rolls will be...
We're terrible klutzes.
Your rolls will... Well, you did just stand there and let it attack you. You handed your arms out, so it's got a claw on each of your arms. And it's trying to pull you guys apart.
Oh, no.
It's okay. It has 8 claws, I think, so... Or a lot of them. So don't worry, there's more claws. So you now roll at -1, and after combat, you can heal yourself with a 10 range challenge. So all of your roll ranges are at -1 because you're wounded. And now it's your guys' turn. It's expended its 4 attacks. What do you do?
It had 4 attacks, man.
It has 8 legs. That seems fair.
Oh, yeah, that seems fair when there's just 2 of them. We just wanted to be friends with the crab, man. Oh,
you still could be. It's having a great time.
Can you try to persuade the crab not to attack us, Muse?
I'm gonna certainly try. I'm gonna uncork the love potion and hope for the best. Glug glug, little crab boy or girl, whatever you identify as.
Yeah? I've written down a number. If your number overlaps with it, then this is a success, and you will have love potioned this crab.
I am so scared.
What's your mental range? I think this is a mental attack, right?
Yeah.
To try to get someone to love you. Yeah.
Those damn cookies. Well,
you still have...
I have... My mental normally is a 5, but I got a -1 because of the cookie.
If only you had something to undo the cookie.
I could try the brownie.
Are you nibbling your brownie?
I'll try the brownie!
With the brownie, your mental is at +1 of its normal stat for this encounter.
All right. I'm going to guess a number. I don't know why, but I'm thinking 10.
Okay, 10 is your critical hit number. And what's your range? Is you've got 2 for your love potion, 5 for your normal mental range, and +1 from the brownie?
Yes. So that's
an 8 range?
Yes.
From 2 to 18? Well, it only goes up to 15.
Oh.
So from 2 to 15? It would be difficult for you to fail on this. Considering that it is a 15-point challenge, and the range you just said was 2 to 15. What's the number?
8!
Describe this crab falling in love with you. How does this potion work?
I mean, I'm gonna turn on the charm and I'm just gonna be like, hey, you don't want to do this, do you? You know that you love us, or rather, me, right? And he's just like, as crabs do.
Right.
Foaming at the mouth and everything.
Yeah. And describe the crab's response.
He's just
right back at you. You have your own secret language between lovers. Yeah.
But
the crab
most
stops.
importantly, does he release us from his terrible
right.
pincers?
It's like, can you please release us? I mean, that would be super nice.
The crab stops tearing you apart and puts you both down. You are now standing in front of a very large crab with a shiny gold claw, and it's not pulling you apart, and it looks adoringly at you. Oh, I do have this. I anticipated this. If they somehow befriend the crab, you have a once per adventure crab summon after this.
Yes! That makes me so excited.
I think it's interesting that there's a snowball's chance in heck of the group for the next game doing this, so it should be very interesting to see how that one turns out. But you guys have a crab friend, a once per adventure crab summon. So yeah, what do you do with your crab?
I want to examine the golden claw a bit more. You said it was flaking, bits were coming off.
Can we climb on his back and I'll make him happy and give him little scritches on his head, I guess. Do crabs have heads?
Yeah, you're like a cleaner fish. You're helping this crab out. It likes being scratched. You ever seen a tortoise rub its shell into a scratch? Back and forth? They really do like it, yeah. Oh, the crab's having a great day. And you, Newson, are examining the claw. Do you touch it?
Well, I would imagine that I would visually examine it first, but I'm likely to touch it, yes, because I want to see if it's something that, if it's flaking off, sounds like it's coated on, and maybe it can be scraped off. Okay,
so you observe visually that flakes of gold gently snow off of that claw, settling rapid down to the ocean floor. But it's it's spontaneously generating gold flakes as it touches the water.
So it's different from how I was imagining. I was thinking perhaps it was encased in gold that was coming off, but it's actually generating it. Well, I'm going to collect some of the falling gold then.
Yeah, if you put your hand under the claw and just hold out both hands, you will slowly collect little gold flakes.
Yeah, I'll collect a handful of those. Because the staff member, where is the staff member, by the way? He said we could keep anything we found.
Yes, he has moved as fast as he can manage in that suit to the airlock. He's standing in the airlock. It's still water, you guys can go in it. He hasn't locked you out. He's not terrible, but
hey,
he is
Brewski,
inside.
it's okay. He's in love with me now. I mean, who can blame him?
You hear the staff manager or staff member in your helmet going, "What?"
Yeah, the crab is in love with me. Did I stutter?
You can talk to it?
No.
I think you can. It made some sounds back at you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can talk to it, but I can't understand what it says.
Well, maybe you listen for a second. You used a magic potion. I'm going to yes and this. This is your buddy crab now. I mean,
my baby babu, my crab buddy. My little crab man.
The crab is definitely, in its own crab language, saying to you that its claw hurts.
So, Newson, my buddy says that his claw is hurting. So, is there a way that maybe you can examine it nicely, gently?
I am endeavouring to do that now. I was concerned about the gold claw and wondered if we could provide some assistance to the crab. But I'm not familiar with this behaviour. It's very unusual that it's creating these gold flakes. I've collected some for further analysis.
Yeah, totally. Further analysis. Yeah. I'm going to be collecting some as well as I'm scritching him, like you said, like a little cleaner fish. And I'm just gathering all the gold that I can and just stuffing it in pockets. And I'm just gonna say to my crab, my crab little buddy, hey, so when did this start for you? Can you open or close your claw?
You perceive sadness in its crab eyes as it can't open or close its claw.
I'm gonna cry now. I don't want to perceive sadness in his eyes.
Is sad.
I know. Oh, my buddy. I'll give him a hug. Oh. And I'll just be like, he can't move his claw at all, Newson. Is there anything we can do for him?
I look around to see if there's anything nearby on the floor that I could use to try to scrape the gold off the claw more rapidly than it's currently flaking off.
Yeah. You see a giant clam. You see a sea turtle. You see a big rock. You see... Ooh. Yeah. There's a rock on the ground in the ocean, for sure.
Is it of a size that I can pick up and use to scrape against the claw?
Yeah, dinner plate sized.
Yep, okay, perfect. I'll grab that and gently try to scrape the gold off the claw and see if it has any effect.
Yeah, and I'll just give him little comforting pats.
Where the rock touches the claw, the rock turns to gold.
It's a Midas in crab form.
This is very peculiar.
I'm going to name you Midas. The crab's name is Midas now.
Okay.
So...
This doesn't seem like a natural affliction to me then, because it's affecting this rock.
Midas, were you cursed?
It tells you a lovely story that you don't speak enough crab to understand, but it's really conveying its emotions to you and its history.
I'm just gonna, lean over to Newson. I didn't understand a thing that he just said. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I kind of, give me the help me look to Newson.
I'm afraid I did not understand either.
Well...
It's not spreading, though. It's not going up the arm of the claw. It's only the claw that's gold at the moment.
Well, I imagine the parts of gold on him are maybe where he reached to scratch himself, or I'm surprised that he's able. Does he have another crab arm?
Yes, second arm.
Is it normal? Well, at least we know that he can eat, because he can use his other hands to catch food. But he was saying that it's hurting him. There has to be a way that we can maybe... Seaweed. What about seaweed? We could wrap it up in seaweed.
You see seaweed near you. There's kelp.
That works.
This is an interesting idea, Muse. I will help you gather seaweed.
Thank you. Hey, this is why I write music, because I have really good ideas.
That makes sense. Let us get enough to wrap the claw entirely in seaweed.
I think that's a good idea.
You have a bunch of kelp.
All right, we just start wrapping it up and give him a little glove of seaweed.
The first layer turns to gold. The second layer does not.
There we go. See, now we can wrap it up. And now you'll have a little glove, so you don't have to touch everything and turn it into gold. What do you think?
The crab says its claw hurts.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna hurt, buddy. I don't know how to help the pain, but at least I can help you not have to turn everything you touch into gold, so you don't lose all the things that you love.
Oh, because there's a kelp covering now, the crab is able to take its other claw and snip that claw off.
I was going to suggest that, but I felt it was too upsetting for you, Muse.
She's just in the same expression that I'm having. Her mouth is open, eyes wide, she doesn't know how to process what she just saw.
The crab, because it can understand you, is confused at your concern and is I grow these back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It gives you a little crab pat on your head with its giant crab leg.
I imagine it's like, boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, it's unpleasant.
Thanks, buddy.
Newson wants to examine the cut-off claw. Is it still gold? And does it still turn things it touches to gold? Or has that stopped now it's been removed?
Same properties as before, minus the pain.
We could, take this.
We could, as long as we keep it safely wrapped so that it doesn't touch things accidentally.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we wrap it, like, give it a second layer of kelp and, take it with us.
I think we should definitely take this back.
I think this is going to be a really good find for us. All right, we'll give it a second layer of kelp, so we don't turn ourselves into gold statues.
Makes sense.
I feel perhaps we've had enough adventure for one day. Shall we return to the habitat?
I think that is a wonderful idea.
I'm still feeling a little chafed where I was grabbed by the crab. Maybe we could have a short rest.
I'm gonna give Midas a little hug and just be like, now you be a good crab while I'm away, alright?
Aw, crab talk back.
Alright, let's go. Let's head up. A rest sounds amazing.
You step inside the decompression room, that glass tube with the industrial door at each end. The instructor is already there, panic on the part of his face that's visible in the underwater suit. He's saying, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, over and over.
Oh, we're cool. Please tell me you have an infirmary here.
No?
Oh, great.
You did mention the pool, though. I understood we could lie down by the pool.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful. Could really use a good tan after being inside of that salty water.
Okay, we're going to strip off our suits once we're back inside.
Exiting the decompression room. Okay.
Yes.
As you exit the decompression room and step into the outings level of the resort platform, a crowd has been waiting for you.
Oh.
They talk loudly and all at once, some cheering at your safe return, others asking questions about the crab. There's 4 people that will react. Do you guys want the reaction of a 6'8" elderly human, a tall, slender woman, that cafeteria cashier man who knows Varric, or that elderly dwarf woman from earlier?
How about Newson pick one and then I'll pick one.
I would like to speak to the cashier that knew Varric.
The cafeteria cashier man with the short brown hair in his 30s sees the crazed crowd. He looks around at everyone, taking it all in, and stealthily slides backward into the crowd, away from the frenzy, disappearing into the mob.
I guess I will speak. You said that there was a dwarf?
Yeah, you met her earlier.
I'll speak with the dwarf lady.
Back to my list of Scottish words.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. There we go, there's the list of Scottish words. How'd you weesh, she says to the crowd, which I've been told by the internet means hold your silence. A bunch of glaikit fools. Tell us, what happened out there?
I mean, we went down there, saw a bunch of stuff, met a crab, came back.
The giant crustacean was agitated at first, but Muse was able to persuade it that we were only trying to help it, and indeed we managed to cure it of its affliction, and thus you can see we have returned safely.
What an adventure! You must be fair dune, which I've been told means really tired or exhausted.
Indeed. We wish to go and lie down by the pool.
Okay, pick another person. The tall, slender woman or the 6'8", 400-pound man?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'll pick the big man.
Oh, yay. Big man.
A 6'8" elderly human, 400 pounds, blonde but balding, with white skin, blue eyes, and wearing a business suit, gasps and says with great authority. Now, he can't really see you guys. He can just see the crowd, and he says, But he does notice, he says, "My brothers and sisters, behold the glory of the Almighty. It's the claw of abundance."
Oh, no.
He points, yeah, that's right. He points at the gold claw, and his followers start cheering, screaming, crying with delight. "The holy relic long promised to us."
Newson, I don't want to raise any alarm. Don't look. But, we may need to, run away right now.
Run away?
Yes, like right now.
Well, if you think that's best, Muse, I'm willing to run.
I'm just gonna, like, slowly try to back away into, like, the mob. Like, I'm not sticking out like a sore thumb right now.
Oh, but the mob is all his followers. They part around you like the Red Sea that he told you about many times as he lectured you about Bible stories, this man, your father. Like the Red Sea, the crowd parts around you, and he is able to see you, Muse. And at first he just, like, thinks that you're a stranger. But the tall suit-wearing pastor pauses and turns to face you, Muse, with absolute confusion on his face. Recognition. He says, quietly at first, "Brian?" Shame and rage contorts his features. He clenches his fist and he shouts, "Brian, what have you done to yourself?" He starts barreling towards you.
You need to get away from me right now.
You appear to be mistaken, Newson says, stepping in between.
Newson stepping in between. Muse is backing away and saying, "Get away from me." Well, the tall, slender woman with the gold hair speaks up, and she has a lot of staff members on her side. You know, the people with the Desiree logo all listen to her. And she says, "Quiet! Quiet, everyone." Wait, what was her voice again? New England accent. I don't know what that is. Okay, so I think I currently speak with New England. No, it's more like, is that Boston? Oh, it's not happening. Water? I don't know. So,
water.
She's, water.
Yeah, give me some coffee.
Coffee? You two over there.
There you go.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You, sir, back away.
You got this.
Oh, great. The tall, slender woman with the gold hair speaks up. "Don't you know who my family is? We Desirees own this resort, so that gold claw is our property. Don't try to steal what's ours." And she has more staff than he has followers, and she is able to safely get you guys over on a different part of the hallway, and like 20 feet from you, it's a bunch of pastel shirted, khaki short wearing deck shoe staff members holding a line, keeping the crazed, rabid, almost cult member followers who are screaming and like reaching towards you with that tall suited man directing them, like screaming in his almost military drill instructor shout. So that all is over there, and you are able to talk to a woman who says, "I am Sarah Desiree. We Desirees own this resort, so the gold claw that I see in your hand is our property. Don't try to steal what's ours. Hand it over, please."
Well, that's not quite right. We were told that if we found anything while we were down in our little outing, that we were able to keep it. So we found it. So as the kids say, finders keepers, losers weepers.
I believe that Muse is quite correct. We found this outside your habitation, and we were given assurances that we would be able to keep anything we found.
And there is no way in heaven or hell I'm giving it to you. And she's pointing right at her father.
The dwarf woman is on your side of the line, and she looks downright scunnered, which means fed up or annoyed, as she says, "Dinna be a brass neck." She's talking to the Desiree woman. She's saying, "Don't have cheekiness in a bold or shameless way. If I kept my seashell earlier, then these people can keep their claw. It seems we have a debate about who should own the gold claw, but don't you all agree it belongs to the people who found it, who fought for it? They," and she points at you, party, "are the ones who defeated the crab for the claw, not you, so it's theirs." She turns to you and Sarah Desiree and says, If it's a debate of partial ownership and profit splitting, I can sell it for you through my adventuring treasure sales shop, Mountain Matron's Relics, and you can split the sale money between you.
Royalties. I do like that.
There is some value to that line of argument.
Mm-hmm.
It would mean we would not have to continue carrying this giant golden claw around with us.
And, as long as he, and she like seethingly points again over at her father, doesn't get it, I'm okay. That is my only condition. You may not sell it to him or his cult.
Nay bother, which means no problem.
Then I can agree to that.
I am happy to go along with this for the sake of peace and an equitable agreement between all parties involved.
Do you guys hand the kelp-wrapped claw to Brynry Flintkind?
I think we need to make a proper arrangement first before we pass this on to you.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to see a contract, girlie.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, she has one on her. She pulls it out of a pocket. She seems like the sort of explorer who is prepared to arrange for antiquities sales. Like, this is her job. Of course she has this contract on her.
All right, girl bossing it. I can respect that. I'll go over the contract, make sure it's on the up and up.
It says in legalese terms exactly the plain words that she told you.
All right. I'll agree to it.
I, too, am prepared to agree to this contract.
Great. Sarah Desiree seems satisfied.
All right. You know how I really wanted to try out that tube in our room for emergencies?
Indeed, I do. I recall that.
Uh-huh. While they're distracted, I say we run for it.
You run and I will follow, Muse.
I'm running.
And they run back to their room. Okay, and then as you run down the hallway, the tall, slender woman with gold hair shouts to everybody, "Everyone, there are no boats until tomorrow, so for now we should all just go to our bedrooms and think about this, and we can talk about it tomorrow. Nobody's leaving until the boat gets here anyway."
She literally said you're grounded.
So they make it to their room. Okay. I have 2 questions for you guys. One is... so I'll describe the scene. The shouts of the crowds fade down the hallway behind you. You make it up a level to the bedroom level where your key lets you into your locked door suite. You each have your own bedroom, and there's a common area with a giant blue window, blue from the ocean, and an escape shaft. Where are you sleeping tonight?
There are 3 bedrooms, yes?
Yeah.
And we've handed over the claw.
Correct. Well, here's the thing, Newson. That was my dad back there. Let's just say I haven't seen him in a while, which is why he didn't quite recognize me. It's been a while. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how cool would you be if we just tried out the emergency exit and got out of here so I don't have to deal with him?
Well, I'm not sure the emergency is quite as pressing as that. And if I may be mistaken, but I believe that emergency exit would lead back to the surface. There still wouldn't be a boat that would take us away from here. So I don't think it would quite achieve your objective.
I hate that you're right.
I'm sorry for being right, Muse.
No, it's fine. He doesn't understand. And he doesn't want to understand. So it's just, I really don't want to be around him. So, I guess we're stuck here, though, tonight, huh?
Yes. If you wish me to sleep on the floor in your bedroom to make you feel more at ease, I'm happy to do that.
That would actually be super nice. But you don't have to sleep on the floor. I'm cool with you sleeping in the bed. I don't hog the sheets or nothing.
Very well. Perhaps we should do that.
Yeah, buddy system. Keep together.
Exactly. I will look out for you, and you will look out for me.
Of course, buddy.
That is an adorable place to call it a night and to take our break for the middle of the episode. As they keep each other safe in a scary, scary world. Joining us for part 1 were Newson.
Howdy.
And Muse.
Hey. Leave us a review on iTunes and we will read it on our podcast. Woo!
Woo! Leave us a review on iTunes. Bye-bye.
Today's mid-episode shout-out is, quote, Minoji, our passionate Il Forneo chef. Your culinary creations have tantalized our taste buds and enriched our lives. You're a flavor genius, end quote. You can arrange for us to read your shout-out at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com. Did you know? We have paperback, ebook, hardcover and audiobook adaptations of our adventures on Amazon and Audible. Is there an episode of Fire Breathing Kittens that would make someone you know smile? Well, telling them about it would help us quite a lot. Thank you.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens, a travel-sized role-playing game actual play podcast for today, and for the companion episode, 2 travel-sized role-playing game adventures for you. We are joined by Muse.
Hey.
And Newson.
Greetings.
Now, neither of them jumped for the opportunity, so we are going to do a random roll-off, well, TSRPG style, for who gets to say the recap. I'm going to write down a number. Got my handy-dandy prepared list of numbers that I told the listeners at the start of part 1, in case you guys were curious what the headphones off part was. That was me saying the list of numbers. So, the next one is this one. I've written down the next number. You guys, what's your number out of 15?
7.
4.
And the number was...
12.
12.
The closest person was...
Me.
Tell us what happened in part 1.
So Muse and Newson went on a boat to a delightful aquatic resort where they were left with room keys, and they explored the place, found at the bottom level there was a airlock out into the seabed where every 2 hours an expedition left. They declined the offer to go with a dwarf lady who was there, and they instead went and found their room and explored the cafeteria, where they met a gentleman who was a friend of their other colleague from Fire Breathing Kittens. Then they decided to go back down to the expedition, try to go out into the sea on their own, which was a very foolish plan, but fortunately a member of staff came to assist them, so they got safely into their gear and went out and under the sea, where they encountered various wildlife, culminating in a gigantic crab that Newson had spotted earlier from inside the habitat. They attempted to communicate with the crab, which had a golden claw, but it was very angry at first and roughed them up somewhat. However, in her normal fashion, Muse managed to persuade the crab that we were lovely people and the crab should cease hostilities, which it did. And eventually, after some experimentation, we managed to stop its golden claw from infecting the things with goldenness around it. So we then cut its claw off. Well, it did it itself. And we took it back inside the habitat, where we were accosted by a large group of people, some of whom turned out to be a religious group led by Muse's father. And the other group was led by the owner of the resort, or one of the people who owned the resort, the family. And after they both wanted the claw that we had recovered, but we were reluctant to part with it. However, the dwarf lady brokered a deal, and we shared the profits from the claw with the family who owned the resort. We then retired to our room, having been still a little battered and bruised from being crushed by the crab, and settled down for the night.
Yeah. In a very touching scene where both of you are safe because you're watching out for each other. All right. And just to remind you guys, you didn't do your healing self-roll after combat, which was a 10 range mental challenge. So your rolls are all at -1 right now. Right?
Oh, can we do that now, though?
Oh, no, I reminded you, so no.
Oh. I didn't realize we could do that. I just thought we took a long rest.
Nope.
Yeah, I assumed we were going to sleep off the injuries.
Yeah.
If you were to sleep, sure. But, I say with a smile, but, so I will go over healing first before I continue the adventure, just to familiarize you all with the mechanics of travel-sized role-playing game. 4 is full health, 3 is annoyed. You can break free of the thing pinning you, you can stand up from being prone by doing a 15-point challenge or whatever, to rectify the thing that is annoying you. 2 hit points is wounded. Your rolls are at -1 range, and you can heal yourself after combat with a 10 range mental healing challenge. Disabled is with 1 hit point. You roll at -3. Your ally can do a 10 range challenge to heal you outside of combat. And 0 is out of the game. You can continue the session as an NPC, such as Brynry, or maybe your dad. The look on your face says maybe not. Any NPC you want. I don't care. I will tell you their motivations and their win conditions.
Yeah. I am a little curious.
Ooh, yes. So, with that, we are going to continue the game. It is nighttime. You are in your suite. You are in the same room, which is convenient. All right, and the claw is in a different room. So I'm going to read, because there's an option where you kept the claw. This is a companion episode. Every choice you make has an alternative choice, at least one of them, possibly 3 alternatives. So I have a setup for if the claw is in the same room as you, if you slept in a different room, if the claw is in a different room. Okay. Crash. Splinter. Whoosh. Flood. The glass of your bedroom window explodes and the ocean rushes in. Actually, wait, am I doing this wrong? Yeah, you slept in your room. Yeah. The crash of the window explodes and the ocean rushes in.
This might be the emergency we've been waiting for, Muse.
Can I go first? I'm gonna go up the tube.
You are currently in your bedroom. The door is closed, and there's water coming from beneath the door.
Can I
In fact,
open?
all around the door, there's water.
Can I open the door?
Is that what you're going to spend your turn to do?
Yeah.
That will let the water in, of course.
The door. The water comes in. You guys are actively drowning. The water is up to the ceiling. It is chaos. The bed is floating. The blanket is actually a really big sight barrier. That was Muse's turn. Newson, what are you doing on your turn? Other than dying. You're drowning.
I'm attempting to swim out towards the main room where the emergency exit is from the bedroom.
Okay, you make a move action. You swim out. Make a physical challenge to push your way past this floating mattress and blanket and pillow and all of the debris that you now realize, the dresser, the clothes. Muse, all your clothes are... Yeah. Ready for your challenge?
I am.
This is not the challenge? My clothes being what?
I've written down a number, Newson. What's your range for physical? It's your normal range. Your cookies and brownies have worn off. Oh, and your rolls are at -1 range because you're wounded.
So it's normally 3. Well, I guess the -1 from the wound makes it 2. I don't think Inquisitive applies here. So, and what's the range, did you say? What's the challenge?
15 point challenge range.
Okay. So I will go for 11.
Which makes your range a 9 to 13?
That's correct.
The number was a
13.
You successfully fight your way through the blanket and the mattress and Muse's clothes and the dresser, and you make it into the common area where you see a man with short brown hair in his 30s wearing an underwater suit. It's got that like cool light around his face that they do in movies, but I don't think they do in real life. And he is illuminated from behind by the headlights of an underwater vehicle. He's stepping around your room in his underwater suit, picking one thing up, looking at it, and throwing it away, picking up another piece of debris, looking at it, then tossing it aside. It is now Muse's turn.
Can I use, like, the help action and try to get his attention to save us from drowning?
So there's no help action in TSRPG. NPCs can help you by adding to your range by 1. But you can just describe what you do, and then I'll give you a challenge range and say if it's physical or mental.
Okay. Can I...
It seems to me he's here to get the claw from us. He's broken into our apartment.
Oh, boy. Let me think. How far away is the claw from me right now?
You stored it in another room.
Alright, so it's safe for now. I'm gonna try to wrestle him for his helmet so I don't drown.
Ooh, wrestling for helmet. That's a physical challenge.
Oh, right, boy.
I'm going to write down a number. Remember that your range is at negative... Oh, wait, what's your physical normally?
0.
Okay, well, you can't go lower than that. So, yes. It feels awkward. Okay, all right, we're doing this.
You better pick a good number here.
I'm gonna roll my lucky dice. 1 through 15, right?
Yeah, I've written a number down. I say hesitantly.
Oh God, I'm so scared right now.
You should be. This is not perhaps the best way to do this. If you did a mental thing, you would get 4 to your range, right?
Yeah, no, 5, because I have 5 for mental.
Well, you're wounded right now.
Right, true. So I rolled a 13, so that's the number I'm going with.
Okay. So pretty obviously that was not the number that I wrote down.
Yeah, it was 6.
It was 6.
Yeah. So you fail. You wrestle for his helmet, and you're like tiny air bubbles are coming out of your mouth as you say things to him, but it's underwater. So he kind of shrugs you off. The nonchalance with which he does not care that you're dying is a bit disturbing for someone who is Varric Ashen's friend, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But he continues to pick up. He wiggles free, and he keeps picking items up and tossing them aside. He's not trying to fight you, but he's also, well, his helmet is firmly on, and he is doing his own thing.
Oh boy.
The lights from the vehicle illuminate the scene as you are about 20 feet underwater, under the surface. And that takes us back to Newson. It's your turn. How are you breathing?
Not very well at the moment. The emergency escape tube is still there, though, right?
Unfortunately, you look at it, and it is exploded.
Oh, okay. In that case,
I'll describe the room. You're about 20 feet underwater, and you're about 5 feet from the door to the hallway, and you're about 1 foot from the door to the bedroom, right? Did you leave the bedroom? You were in the bedroom still. No, you left the bedroom successfully because of the blankets challenge. So, yeah, you're probably 3 feet from the door to the hallway, and you're probably 20 feet from the then 20-foot rise to the surface. There. I have described the scene. Muse is trying ineffectually to rip this person's helmet off. You feel like there's a very low chance of success there.
Yes. Well, I had been hoping I could take Muse up the emergency escape, but since that's no longer functional. However, there's air on the other side of the door to the hallway, right? And that might trigger some sort of alarm if that was opened and there was... Oh, I'm surprised there isn't an alarm with the water coming in right now.
Oh, yes, there is. There's a light flashing, strobing in the room. That's totally helping everything.
Well, someone else might come at some point, hopefully, in response to that. So I think I'm going to try to open the door to the hallway and thus get some air and also maybe enable other people to help us.
Make a physical challenge with a difficulty of range of 15, and the -1 from you being wounded decreases your range by 1. I'm going to write down this number here.
So my range is 2.
Yeah, unless you use your last disposable object.
I mean, it seems quite important. I think we're in danger of dying here. So I'm going to extrude like a pry bar from my disc to help me.
That does help. You get a +2 to your range.
Okay, so that's 4. So I'm going to guess 6.
Which makes your range 2 to 10.
Yes.
And the number was
14.
Communicate your failed struggle to Muse. What does it look like?
So Newson swims over to the door leading out of the apartment and jams what looks like their hand into the door, but actually you see that something's come out of the hand and is wedged in the gap. And Newson is pulling and pushing and pulling and pushing, and then it snaps away and Muse floats, tumbling slightly head over heels, with the door still firmly shut.
Aww. And I'm going to say that it snapped in the door because every time you attempt the same challenge, the one-use item is still available for you. That just seems fair. It's not like what the crowbar melted or something. Like, it's obviously still there. Yes. So every attempt on this door will be at +2 range for everyone who tries it. Muse, it was so sad. He just kind of...
Can I react to just being trying to catch his arms? Failing miserably.
Yeah. And also, you're feeling now that the oxygen deprivation is strong. You normally breathe. You feel like you're drowning.
All right. Can I just hastily try to swim out of here?
You can.
But
it is 20 feet to the window and 20 feet up, just to let you know. So it's going to be 2 turns.
Okay.
Of physical challenges to get past the debris in this room.
I feel like I'm going to drown today.
Perhaps you could persuade the guy to be less hard on us and help us.
I wish I could, but I can't reach his mouth.
No, you can't speak, and you can't give him the potion.
No.
Well, there's ways to flirt that aren't talking.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. I start unbuttoning my vest.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, if anything, I got bullet boobies, so...
That's true. So your flirting is at a +1 from your trait, and your mental is at a 4. So this is a range of 5 to try to convince him to
I'm just
something.
Gonna flash him.
This is a totally freeform, 100% free will role-playing game. You do what you want. And the roles will reflect your choices, which this is how you built your character. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to write down a number. This is happening. I'm writing down the next number, and I told this sequence of numbers to the listeners at the start of part 1. I'm not making these up. Well, I did make them up, but I'm...
So I got a +5 for mental, plus my personality is flirty, so...
-1 from being wounded, so it's a +5 overall. Unless you use your second love potion?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, so
saving
what's
it for
your
something
number?
special.
Yeah.
8.
So your range is 3 to 13?
Yeah, I was gonna say 14, but my math is bad.
The number is a
2.
2. What?
I wrote these down at the start of the adventure and told the sequence to my So Unfortunately, he picks up an object and looks at it and throws it away. He's opening the pillows and looking inside to see if you've hidden the claw in there. And man, he really doesn't care about your
That man
flirting.
is gay. I'm just like, okay.
I'm gonna give you guys a countdown timer to when you drown, but I'm gonna be keeping track of it privately. What do you do, Newson? It's your turn.
Well, I'm obviously disappointed to see that Muse's charms have failed her this time. And I don't think we can both get out up to the surface. I think that's very unlikely. So I think my best bet is to simply try to open the door again, because that way we'll all get washed out into the corridor, I'm imagining, which will help Muse and myself, and also interfere with the guy's nefarious plan to steal our claw. So I think I'm just going to swim back to the door and really try one more time to pry open with the pry bar.
I write down the next number in the sequence.
I hope your luck is better than mine.
We haven't been doing great so far.
I'm not going to tell you how many rounds you have left before you drown.
No,
but it's not many.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry.
You'll just pick up as NPCs. It's fine.
I'm just going to cry. It's fine.
This will be the end of the Fire Breathing Kittens part of the adventure. It'll be the start of the Desiree, what do you call it? Resort staff adventure. You two start as 2 staff members.
Oh, God.
Hey, maybe the door opens. Let's see.
I'm going to pick 7.
And your range is?
So it's 3 minus 1 for the wound, 2 plus 2 for the pry bar. So that is 4. So the range is 3 to 11.
3 to 11. It seems like a great tug that you give it, but the number was
12. That's the second time we've missed by 1 in a row, right?
Yeah. Muse, this is... I think you acted first. This is your last action.
So the door did not open, correct?
It was really close. Like, if you could make a percentage for how close it was, it was like 1 divided by 15. It was like 0.07% off.
All right.
Like that close.
Okay, so if I were to move...
It was 7% off.
Is there anywhere I can move to get like a pocket of air?
No. It's the ocean. I'm going to go with no. The watertight part was the window. Yeah. I don't think they would realistically spend money to ocean-proof the bathroom door. So I think for engineering purposes, the window was ocean-proof. Until exploded by a bomb.
Could Muse come and help me open the door? Would that make any difference?
I was considering that. I was going to say, could we work together on the door on my turn?
You can. An ally can grant you a +1 to your range.
There we go. I'm going to try the door.
Well, you're going to swim over and help me on my last action to open the door, right?
Yes, help him. Specifically.
Muse can have an attempt as well.
Okay. Sure.
Newson, are you going to help Muse?
I guess if she's going to come and...
Yeah, I'm going to try the door. I'm going to try to bust it down.
You can use my pry bar, right?
All right.
What's your physical range?
0.
Do you guys have any cookies or brownies left?
No, we ate... no, wait. He didn't eat his brownie.
Yeah, but the brownie's the other way around, isn't it? The brownie is a boost of mental.
Yep. Okay. Well, anyway, just thought I'd ask.
Drats. I knew I should have picked up more drugs.
We always need more drugs.
Oh, of course.
What's your range?
Drugs, kids.
Range is
my physical range is 0.
Right. 0 minus 1 is still 0, so then +1 from Newson. So you have a range of 1.
Okay, but what's my number? What's my number? 6.
What number did I write down?
No!
6. That is a critical success. Not only does this door open, it has a safety measure in it.
Oh my god!
Magically pushes out all of the water from the room. And now this guy is tethered to the vehicle. So when it does that, it pushes the vehicle back and he gets like tugged by his tether, and it like rapid speed, explosion speed pushes the vehicle, the water, and unfortunately tethered guy who is physically harmed from this.
Bye!
And it just gets them all back out of the room. Now, if you had opened the door normally, tethered guy probably would have gotten sucked in to the hallway, and then you would have had to close the door and break his tether. Extra challenging, right? Yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll never really have to figure that one out, because what happens is there's a magical barrier on the window now, and you guys get flung into the hallway, and you're standing or laying, dripping in the hallway. The door is open, and tether guy looks a bit damaged, but vehicle is starting to make some responses. What do you do? It's Newson's turn.
Can I just check, where is the barrier, the magical barrier?
Where the window was.
Where the window was. So the room is now damp, but it's not flooded. It's not full of water. Is that right?
Yeah, but all the items like Muse's clothes are in the ocean.
Right, yeah. But I'm thinking about the claw that's in the bedroom. No. So I want to run back into the spare bedroom and to get the claw.
Did you have the claw?
Oh.
I thought we gave it to that girl.
Brynry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is he looking for, I wonder?
It can only be the claw, right? Because everyone wants it. And maybe he didn't see our transaction with Brynry. So then,
I mean, unless he's looking for one of my bras, which are currently floating in the ocean. Ugh.
Well, I think we need to get to... we don't know where Brynry's staying, do we?
No.
She was also a guest.
Well, I mean, she's got to be around here somewhere. I mean...
Yeah.
What can we do? Go door to door?
The person who was physically damaged by being flung out of the... like, pulled out of the room, tugged very rapidly, like got head whiplash, seems to be waking up and is holding up a wrist to check the mask, and you see them doing something with almost a control panel on their arm.
Hey.
And boom! An explosion from a level below you shakes the whole platform. The ground under your feet shudders and begins to tilt, then tilt more, then tilt more.
Dude, did you just explode the boat?
I believe you had a phrase for this, Muse. Wasn't it that you that said, run?
I'm going to take his hand and just be like, run!
We're going to try to run and go up.
Okay.
Oh my god! I knew it! I don't like boats!
You're not on a boat, that's the problem. You're on a platform. You are in the hallway. Okay, so I have several prompts for you guys. Do you want to go to a specific level, or do you want to be hallway interactions? The boom came from below you.
Okay, so I want to run away from the explosion, I think?
Well, we probably also want to warn the people. I mean, okay, they're going to hear the boom and feel the tilting, right? But we want to encourage the other guests to flee as well.
Okay, so we knock on all the doors as we run by and just be like, fire? Or what are you supposed to say? Yeah, just be like, get out! Let's go!
That's very nice of you. I'm noting that for a number of people who survive this.
Oh, yay.
That's nice.
Like, I want to help, but, like, we got to save our own skins. So, like, you know, you go on one side of the hallway, I'll go on the other sides. You get the evens, I get the odds, and just pop as we're running.
And you're running down or up?
I want to go to the deck.
Okay.
Yes.
Where the boats are.
All right.
Yep.
I'll tell you, remind me at the end of the game to tell you about the nighttime outings level.
Okay.
Because there was stuff down there, but never
Ooh.
mind. Racing up the levels. Okay. The water is rising. It's up to your ankles, your knees, your waist now. It's cold. It's loud. And the worst part is, maybe those leaks aren't still just pinhole leaks. Maybe they're larger. Maybe they're large enough to let some curious sea creatures into the complex. Are you alone in these waters? An interesting thought. And where are you heading again, and who's in front?
I mean...
We're heading up to the deck. I imagine I'm probably slightly ahead.
All right.
Slash. The ripples tell you that the pain you're feeling is because of something that just rapidly passed by you under the water, Newson. You go down from wounded to disabled. You now roll it in -3.
There is something under the water. It has wounded my leg. Muse, I feel I am having trouble keeping up this pace.
Can I like put his arm over my shoulder and like help him move better?
Yes, make a physical challenge to get up from this level. Good luck, and good luck. I believe Newson has 1 hit point left, and then we'll pick you up in a future adventure, and you'll start playing as an NPC. You guys are really not into healing, huh?
You know.
You've had 2 chances now. During the night, and then after the room got cleared, but yeah, alright.
Okay.
What is healing? I don't even know.
What is life? What is anything?
Who knows? Alright, good luck with your physical challenges to try to get out of this level before the things continue to fight you.
I'm just gonna roll a d10 and hope for the best.
Okay, so hold on. The physical challenges are a 15.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm gonna write down a number.
Okay. I'm gonna pray to the dice gods.
Are you rolling a d15? Because
I have a d10 and a d6, and I'm just subtracting 1.
Okay.
You know, if it lands on 6 at least. My candle's in the other room. I can't manifest properly. I don't have any incense left. Oh god, it's cocked. No. Okay. I rolled this number twice, so it has to be my lucky number. 13.
Okay, and your range is?
0.
All right, -1, and then I assume that Newson's helping you with a +1, so that's a 12 to 14 range. The number was a?
1.
1.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you see a sailfish jump out of the water in glee. It's very large. Now you know what your enemy is. In case that helps, Newson, it's your turn. You are at 1 hit point. Things are looking pretty glum for you. Like, pretty bad here. But you can see the stairs to the next level. You can see them. What do? The water's up to your waist. The fishes are big around you.
I think logically my only sensible course of action is to try to get to the stairs, wounded as I am, because I can't heal myself now when we're in the water and the sailfish are there. So I think I need to get up those stairs, and then maybe we can finally rest and heal ourselves. So I will attempt that very unlikely physical challenge.
Are you sure?
Well, I can see the stairs, right? You said.
You can see the stairs. That is, in a completely smooth world with no lumps and bumps, that is the only option. That's true. You can do anything you want.
Well, that's going to be a physical challenge as well. Could climb out of the water, right? So that at least the sailfish can't attack.
You could do that.
And then make her way along to the stairs.
Yes. Describe the kind of room that you could climb on. What is this hallway like?
Well, it's the hotel corridor, isn't it? Because this is where all the guest rooms are. So there are multiple doors, and in between each door there's like a light fitting sticking out of the wall, which is illuminating the corridor. So one could pull oneself up on a light fitting and then reach across to the door and then to the next light fitting, and thus make one's way to the stairs.
Yes.
While
yes,
being
you could.
Dry.
This is only a 10-point physical challenge. Or actually, for creativeness, I'll give you it's a 5-point physical challenge. Give the best odds you can. And I assume that Muse is helping you. So add 1 to your range.
We're going together, aren't we? We're helping each other.
We're in this together, buddy.
We are until the bitter, damp
the bitter end.
Okay, so it's normally 3, but I am disabled, so it's 0. But Muse is helping me, so that's +1. So I have a range of 1. I don't have any uses of my tools left, so that's all we can do. So it's a 5-point challenge.
You have like a 50-50 of dying here. It's kind of stressful.
It is a little stressful, yes.
Holy cow. This system is actually much more exciting than I thought it was. I was like, just pick a number. Now I'm like, pick a number.
So it is, I'm just going to go for 3.
Which would make your range a
2 to 4.
Okay.
It's a 5. No.
As the GM, I don't often deal with character death, so I'm just like thinking to myself here. Well, Newson kind of died there, didn't he? Yeah, but we have good news,
non-functional. Became non-functional.
Became non-functional, but as a non-meat person, I mean, really, all we need to do is dredge you back up afterwards, and you can be in the next adventure. Would you be okay with possibly doing so everything is by consent here in Fire Breathing Kittens. I'm going to give you a few options. 1, you get a super dramatic death scene that you get to narrate, and then you pick up as your favorite NPC. I suggest Brynry because she has the claw. But it could also be the resort owner. It could be Muse's dad, and it could be dude in who knows, any NPC you want. Or we can redo that. I'll write down a new number, and you'll do it again. So you have to consent to death, if that makes sense.
We have been quite unlucky with that, missing by one repeatedly.
You really have.
But
so ridiculous.
But that's where the dice metaphorically land, right? So I'm prepared to accept Newson's disablement, and that may lead to a future interesting quest to recover Newson's body from the sea and restart it. So yeah, I'll go with that option, and then probably take up Brynry. Yeah,
she does have the claw, and you can speak in a Scottish accent for the rest of but we've got to do the dramatic death scene. Describe as you're reaching for this light fixture. Muse is helping. Oh, we're gonna do like a Titanic. I'll never let you go, Jax. You know. Describe. This is you two. Take like a full 3-minute, 5-minute improv scene.
All right, let's do it. Give me your best shot.
Muse, help me. I believe I can reach that lamp fixture if you just give me a boost. And then we can climb away from these sailfish.
All right, I'll do my best. I lift them up like cheerleader style.
Newson gracefully reaches out and grabs hold of the light fixture. It's working, Muse. You can come after me. I'll pull you up. With that, there is a snapping sound as the light fixture pulls away from the wall, and almost as Muse watches in slow motion, they tumble back into the water.
No!
There is a fin breaks the surface and swirls around the spot where Newson fell. There's a thrashing, and then stillness.
Oh, come on, buddy. You can't do this to me. Come on. Wake up, please. Newson, please. I can't do this alone. Please don't do this to me. She's looking around.
There's no answer.
Oh my god.
Just a few bubbles break the surface of the water.
No! A slow realization hits Muse. Midas, I need your help!
Oh my gosh, you guys have the once per adventure crab summon! Okay.
I just now realized that! I want my crab buddy! My friend just died!
Midas hears your call, and his heart beats with you as one, and he is outside the outings level where there are suits.
I'm gonna see if he can help me climb onto his back.
You are not on the outings level, you're on the bedrooms level.
Okay, I can see him and he can see me. I'm just be like, I'm gonna come out there, buddy. I'm gonna need your help to get us out of here, okay?
Okay. Your crab is ready for you when you go outside.
Okay, I'm gonna... I mean, I can't see his body at all, so we're just gonna have to come back for him. I'll just, like, make a sworn promise to the depths of the ocean where my friend sunk down to and just be like, I promise I'll come back for you. And she'll leave with a dramatic flair.
Wow. All right, you make it to... Well, do you make it to the stairs? Do a physical check.
Oh, God! Why do you hate me? I thought you liked me, GM. I thought we were friends.
We are friends. We are friends. And you know who might come to your rescue in a little bit is your other friend that you made earlier today. But for now, make a physical challenge.
Okay, I'm just gonna... I use my free action to cry.
Oh. Free action cry.
Yeah. I cannot believe I rolled like this on a D10 and a D6. I'm gonna cry.
So what's your number?
My number is 8.
And then what's your range?
0.
This is very bad for Muse. This is very, very bad. You do not succeed on your so you're stuck there, like halfway up the wall, on clinging to the,
like slipping on the stairs.
Yeah. Obviously the number wasn't an 8. I'll show you.
It was 14.
Yeah. Nuisance player. You said that the NPC you'd like to take control of is
Brynry.
Yes. Okay. So Brynry Flintkind
Scots
is
dwarf.
Yes. Let's give her some stats. She is an adventurer she's a bit older, and she now runs an antique shop. She has your previous stats were 3-2 for physical, mental. That would probably be slightly inversed for her. I'd say like a 2-3. She's more mental than physical because of her age. And she probably has 2 single-use items of adventuring gear. So maybe like a pickaxe or like a rope or like something like that. She always, habits die hard, and she keeps those with her still. She also has a +1 permanent... Do you want mental or physical for her?
Maybe mental. Because
mental.
the kit is physical, so just balance it out a little bit.
Okay. She has a memento. It's a memento from that time she found something very special, Grum Mozar, and it reminds her of her friends, and it helps her sharpen her focus, so it helps her with mental. And her trait is that she is seasoned. Anytime you do something that would get better with experience, you can do it better with her. Okay, so
Makes sense.
Now you are in your room. There is a lot of sound coming from outside. Somebody banged on your door earlier, waking you up, and there's water leaking from under your door. Oh, and Muse is screaming, Newson, don't leave me. Newson.
Yeah, she's just like ugly crying, like, Newson, no, my buddy.
Well, so Brynry obviously is going to have to
also, welcome to the first game to FBK. Your character died. It's not common, I promise. Welcome to the group. Sorry, keep going.
It certainly wasn't what I was expecting when I woke up this morning, but there you go. So yeah, Brynry obviously has a great treasure that she's acquired, which she's really concerned because of the water and the floor listing. So but she doesn't want to leave this expedition empty-handed, so she's going to grab the claw and make her way out into towards the sounds of the screaming to see what's going on.
When you open your door, water rushes in, and as an experienced adventurer, you know to react how?
So, Brinry wants to react by, exactly as you say, her experience leads her to feel that she has to let the first rush of the water go past, so she's holding on to the doors because that's what can carry her away. And then as the first wash dies down, that's when she can then start to clamber out into the hallway, trying to keep her balance and... I want to say, again, climb out, but she's obviously holding the claw in one hand. Unless she slung it. Has she got a backpack or something?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She has so many pockets.
Okay. Maybe she can have slung it across her back, yeah. So then she's going to try to climb out into the hallway once the first rush of water has gone past.
Because you waited for the first wash to go past, this is an easier challenge. You can apply your seasoned and your physical. I'm writing down a number. If this number succeeds, you also take Muse with you to the next level. And Muse, you're helping, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What range is this challenge?
15 with a +1 from your seasoned and a +1 from Muse.
Well, and this is quite important. So I'm going to use my one of my one-use physical items. So she's going to use her pickaxe to help her climb out to get another +2.
That makes your total of 2 from your physical, 1 from your seasoned, 1 from Muse, 2 from your pickaxe. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should pass this. I've got a number written down.
Okay, I'm picking 8.
8 minus 6 is 2, and
2
plus
to 14.
6 is 14. So that's as long as it wasn't a 1 or a 15. And was it a 1 or a 15?
It was a 3.
It was a 3. Describe as you, Brinry, seasoned adventurer, take one look at the situation, one look at these sailfish, and solve everything.
Sizing up the challenging environment in a quick glance, Brinry reaches into her pack, pulls her pickaxe out, and slams it into the wall of the corridor, hoisting herself up out of the water. She reaches out her hand and says, "Grab hold! Grab hold!" and pulls Muse up with her. Then, carefully bracing her feet, she swings the pickaxe out again and notches into the next place along the wall. And carefully but rapidly makes her way towards the staircase.
Muse, you've been rescued.
Oh, thank God.
You look at the spot where Newson went into the water where there are no bubbles coming out anymore.
Yeah, she's just kind of like looking over the ledge and just being like, my friend, he's down there.
Oh, we can't go and get him now.
No, yeah, you're right. I need to take a minute and maybe, do you have any bandages or anything? Can I, like, heal myself?
Yes, you guys are up on the next level. You're in the kitchens, which before it was rippling with the beautiful reflection of the sunlight. Now the sun has set, so there's like a gentle moonbeam glow. It's much chiller than during the daytime, you know. And there's tables. There's that line of food. The food's all packed up because of, like, food safety. There are some things that are, like, sealed airtight and sitting on the line still. And you guys can have a moment. Would you like to go over the healing mechanisms?
I would.
All right. So what are you currently? Wounded?
I think I'm wounded, yeah.
Okay. You can heal yourself after combat. You have a 10 range challenge, and I've got a number written down. For the listeners, this is the first of the wounded healing series of numbers, which will always be the same for this and for any healing. It's the same series of numbers, so you'll hear it next companion episode too. I'm making these numbers up, but I'm doing them fairly.
I'm putting all my trust in my dice, as always.
Is healing a physical challenge or a mental challenge?
Mental.
Ooh! Yay!
Yeah, you're pretty good at healing, Muse.
Yeah! Heck yeah! All right. Ooh!
There's no way to be better at healing than to be Muse.
And you said the range is...
Range is 10.
10.
One to
okay,
10.
so I'm gonna do Let's do 5, because I have 5, so that way it's...
From a 1 to a 10.
Yeah.
I think you're very good at healing.
I can't fail.
If only you guys had done this when you went to bed or after the room was clear. Your GM points out the number was a...
3.
3!
Yeah. You're healed. You're back to full hit points. Newson's player is looking a little mad at me right now, so I'm going to move on quickly.
We're just reckless adventurers.
It was your first time out.
Yeah.
Everyone feels invulnerable when they're, like, you know, young and strong. And, yeah.
It's okay.
And you're not dead. You just need to be salvaged.
Yeah. Don't worry, Newson. I promise I'm going to come back for you.
The water is rising. In this kitchen level, the water is covering the floor. The floor is slippery.
Sorry, what was your name? I kind of got hit in the head.
Is Brynry?
Bryn. I'm gonna call you Bryn.
Aye, that's fine.
I got my pet crab is outside waiting for us. So if we can manage to get to at least like the top of the boat, we can get away with my pet crab because he's awesome. Can't wait.
There are also some lifeboats there they showed me when I got here.
Yeah,
I didn't look too closely at them at the time, but I understand they're there for safety.
Yeah, no, don't got quite a good track record with these people, and I kind of want to get out of here as quick as possible. And this crab is not a normal crab, okay? He's like ginormous, so he could probably get away pretty quickly. So,
well, if you think that's best.
Well, it's better than the stinky boats where people are going to be like all up in your business and you have to like smell that BO. I mean, no, thank you.
Right, well, let's get up to the deck then.
All right.
Perception check, both of you. A mental challenge with a difficulty of 15.
I picked 5 again. No. Yeah. I'm gonna roll. Oh, a 3 is my number.
And
I feel like that would just be cheating if I keep picking 5 on mental challenges.
Well, it's 15, so it's bigger range.
Okay. So my mental is +5. I rolled a 3. So 1 through 8, I think. Look at me doing math.
Yes. And if you want to... Okay, yeah, nope, that works. And I'll say you can always start your lowest at 1 to make your range even higher next time in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, what's your number?
I'm going with 12.
12. And your range is?
So we said 3 mental, didn't we? I don't know whether perception counts as something that a seasoned adventurer would get a bonus on.
Yep, definitely.
I think it seems like the bread and butter of what one does.
Absolutely. So add your 1 season to it, and you have, was that 8 to 16? So
that's 8 to 16, yeah.
Okay. Well, 15. Well, together you've covered the entire spectrum of 1 to 15. So this means that one of you is about to see something. Unless
Which
it's
one
8.
is it?
And then you're both about to see something. Well, remember how I said unless it's 8? Look at the number I wrote down.
8.
It is 8.
Of course.
This game is like the numbers really mess with you because you care about. Yeah. So, okay, it was 8. So you both see it. A group of people is standing in the stairwell that you just came out of. You saved their lives. Congratulations. And they are all looking towards a 6'8" elderly human, 400 pounds, blonde but balding, with white skin, blue eyes, and wearing a business suit, who is giving an encouraging, motivating speech. He says, "Brothers and sisters, we did not come here randomly. We have been gifted an opportunity, a chance for us to claim what is rightfully ours. The claw of abundance is here somewhere. Don't be fooled by the distraction of this water. The claw of abundance is meant for us. We just need to have faith, and we'll find it. Half of you, down this hallway to the depths. Half of you, with me, will keep going. He turns to look in your direction, and because of your perception check, you both get a surprise round. Like, you can react now before he has looked at you.
That's your dad, isn't it? I heard you saying something about that earlier when you were arguing in the hallway. You want to avoid him, don't you? Where is the exit to go up to the top deck? Can we duck out of sight towards that at the same time, or is that not possible?
It is very far away. Like, on a scale of like near, far, very far, the entire distance of the cafeteria level is between you and the door. There are tables and chairs, there's a line with food, there's that window, all between you and that way out. Okay.
So can we duck down then to hide behind like a table or something so that he won't spot us?
You can, and this is going to be a challenge. Everything's a challenge.
Unless you've got a better idea, Muse.
I realized I was muted. I do want to say, if I had to choose between like going towards him or going towards like the other people, I'm going to choose the other people.
Great. Now he's in the hallway coming up to this level where you guys came from. Half of his people have gone downstairs to sacrifice their lives to find his gold claw. And the other half is
they have
with him up to you.
Is there somewhere we can hide, like under a table or something?
And that's what Brynry suggested.
All right, I'm gonna hide under a table, like pull down the tablecloth so it covers us, and just be like,
raised finger to mouth is the motion.
You raise, fingers to lips.
Yeah. Would you say that this is a physical or a mental challenge? I'm going to let you guys argue this one because it really depends how you do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
So I guess you could
independently both pick your challenge, describe how you do it, and say your number and your range.
I think I see it mostly as because you're ducking down and what you're using is the physical barrier to hide yourself. So I'm saying that actually the challenge for you is mostly mental because it's the willpower to keep still and keep quiet and not give yourself away while they're going past.
Yeah, like that absolute will to like that fight or flight reflex, everybody knows that. Like when you're absolutely terrified and all you want to do is scream and run, that's her right now. So I do agree that would be a mental challenge for her.
All right. I've written down a number. Tell me your center number and your range.
So I rolled a 5, and of course my range is a 5, so...
Okay, from a 1 to a 10?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with 7, and my range is 3 for mental in this case.
So from a 4 to a 10?
Yep.
Okay. Bad news, you guys. You both chose the lower part of the range.
No!
And it's a
12.
It is a 12. Yes. So what happens is, Muse, describe how you break mentally.
I would say she's doing pretty good for a while until she starts hearing his footsteps get closer and closer and closer. She is, Bryn can see her just physically just terrified, so terrified that she's shaking and sweating, and her lower lip is like trembling and her eyes are welling up in tears, and she looks like she is about to break any second. He gets closer and closer, and she just can't take it anymore, and she tries to just... She squeaks a little bit and tries to move a little bit backwards, but she trips over herself and falls on her butt.
Oh, gosh. One of the followers peeks behind the chair that you were hiding behind, or the table, and sees you. And this is a person that you knew from your time with the Harbingers of Mortality.
I'd just be like... fingers to lips and pleading eyes and just like, please like mentally link eyes with them and just be like, please don't say anything, please.
Do a mental challenge and describe your relationship with this person based on the results.
Is this person male or female?
It's up to you. I mean, first see if your number worked or not.
Okay,
and then use that as inspiration for the scene.
All right. 8, 9, 10, 11, and my range is 5. So that would have been a 10. So 5 through 10.
Okay, so you're picking 10, and you're going with 5, 10, and 15 because you have a mental of 5.
Right.
Where 10 is your critical success. Okay, and the number was a
13. All right.
So describe the past history that you have with this person.
I would just say that they were really good friends. You know, being in a small cult, there's only so many friends that you can have.
Yeah, what was their name?
I would say this one is Alan, Allan. We'll give him a general last name, Smith. Alan Smith.
Yeah, and Alan Smith and you, way back in the day, what's one thing that you did together that made you bond? An activity?
I would say that we were on the worship team together.
Yeah.
I can see him being like a, maybe like the drummer.
For News Player, would you like to roleplay as Alan Smith just for a moment, just to... Like, we're going into the past. We're going to the worship team together. And Muse at this time was known as Brian. Mm-hmm. And Brian and Alan were friends. Do you want to just do a quick improv skit of why this person would lie for you? Yeah,
sure. I can imagine us kind of like hanging out in what's known as the green room. If you've ever been to a mega church, you would know what that is. So we're just like getting a prep, and you know, this is an hour we're supposed to be praying and like getting closer to God, but we're just kind of hanging out, being bros. And he looks at Alan and is just like, "Hey man, I got something to tell you."
Yeah, sure, shoot.
I'm gonna get out of here.
What?
Yeah. I know, it's it's crazy. I met
How's that even possible?
I met these like little people. They're called gnomes and dwarves, I think. I don't know. It's weird. They're very small. It's odd. But they said that they can help me. I've just been not feeling it, man. Like, all of this just feels not real. Does that make sense?
I mean, kinda. But where will you go?
I think it's better if I don't tell you. 'Cause he's gonna come after you first. I mean, you're like one of my best friends.
I mean, I'd like to say I'd go with you, but I can't.
I know. You got your baby sister and your mom's sick, I get it. But, since my mom's been gone, I think I can get away if I'm really careful about it. Just, please, don't tell anybody. Somebody's got to get out of here. One of us has to.
Yeah, okay. You got my word. I mean, best of luck to you, bro.
Well, if you ever get the outside news, look for Muse.
What?
That's me. I don't want to be Brian anymore. I just don't feel like that's me. And I was learning about these mystical beings called muses, where they inspire you to do art and music, and I felt so connected. So that's who I want to become. A muse.
Sounds like you got a calling.
That's what he would call it.
Well, I'll pray for you, bro. I hope you make it.
I hope your mom makes it, man. End scene.
That was very good.
Thank you. That was all on top of my head.
Yay, improv. All right,
Yay.
so when Alan matches eyes with you, locks eyes with you, this memory washes through both of your minds, and you remember the last time you saw one another in that green room. Alan thinks about what's happened with the whole Harbingers of Mortality group since you left, since your dad discovered that you had stolen from him to leave, and all that stuff with his mom since then. And Alan looks up at Brian Sr. and says, "It's just a cat. Do you want it? It's cute." Knowing that Brian hates cats. Brian, of course, goes, "No, look for the claw." And the noise that both of you made noises, is covered by your good friend Alan.
I just give him a silent, in sign language, thank you.
All right, and that is the end of this challenge as your dad makes his way up to the lifeboats.
My heart is literally palpitating.
Aww. As I'm gonna say that you guys made it out of the kitchen. You make it to the deck. You give them a little bit of time to get into their lifeboats, I'm sure, right? And you hear them from down below being like, "Bail, bail, the lifeboat, the water's coming in. Scoop." And of course your dad is like being like, "Scoop faster, minions."
Yeah, scoop faster, minions.
But it's working out for them. You know, if they all work together and just keep bailing and don't stop, then they do have boats. You hear the voices of the survivors fade into the distance. And you make your way to the deck yourselves. You made it. You're at the top, free from the sinking platform structure. If you repaired the lifeboats, I don't need to read that. If you didn't repair the lifeboats, because you either didn't notice they needed repairing earlier or didn't do anything to arrange for their repair, when you arrive at the top deck level, you find the lifeboats in a state of disarray. They float at first, but then small holes let water in and they start to fill with water. So the other people who are trailing up after you from the depths, there's a few people who make it up after you. Definitely not that section of the Harbingers of Mortality. the like split off group, not them, but the other guests. So the ability of the lifeboats to hold people up out of the ocean for any length of time is in serious question. And as the escapees cram into them, some start to sink faster than others, causing some people to flee to the better floating boats, overloading them, causing those ones to start to sink. There's a bit of panic and disarray amongst the people who are still now joining you. More people are joining you. Some pool floaties in the pool are reaching ocean level and starting to like float off. What do you do? How do you organize this chaos?
Well, I'm gonna look over to Bryn. I mean, the right thing to do would be to kind of rescue all these people, right? Because I could just call Midas over here and we all just get on top of the giant crab and leave the cultists to try to find that pesky old as I'm like looking at the giant claw that's attached to her. Pesky old claw. Right? We should do that, right?
Well, we should certainly try to help these people. Maybe so they can grab hold of some of those floats from the pool.
Alright, I'm gonna call Midas over and just be like, "Okay, in single file line, please don't hurt my crab."
There is one last challenge to this adventure before we sign off, and that is, do the people listen to you? It's a mental challenge.
Ooh.
And I'm going to write down a number.
Ooh.
As you try to persuade them. One big last hurrah of the adventure. And we'll see how many live out of their own selfish stupidity, running chaos, etc. Or if they listen to you. We'll see.
Of course, that's what I roll.
And Brittany, would you like to describe how you help in scene and give a +1 to Muse's roll?
Absolutely, yeah. So Brynry is going to be calling out to the others and saying, trying to draw their attention, saying, "Hey, pay attention! Muse has got something to say. Listen. If you want to get out of here alive, listen to her."
+1 to your range, Muse.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Oh my gosh.
So...
let's not even talk about range. What was this number?
It's a
6.
A critical success to end the adventure. Describe as you critically succeed.
Sorry, I had to thank my gods there for a second. She is just like, air traffic controller-esque, like very, get on the crab, please don't hurt him, take as much gold as you want, just get on top of the crab. Dang it. Quickly, please. I want to leave. If you don't get on this damn crab, I'm going to leave you with the cultists.
And Brynry's helping people up, standing, getting them up the crab legs onto the top of the carapace.
People are like in their night gear, they're terrified, and they see you and they see this amazing giant crab, and they see this line forming to everyone's lining up on the huge carapace of the crab. And man, it is so good that you guys were here, fire-breathing kittens. If you hadn't been here, all these people you see around sitting beside you on the crab's back as it swims, it's got little swimmerettes. All these people would have died without you here. You've really saved the day. Oh, good job, fire-breathing kittens. And then we're going to zoom out on Newson, who's slowly sinking into the depths, but he's not very edible, so he's just going to, chill down there.
We'll come back for him.
We will get him back. We will rescue Newson in a future adventure. And the sun rises, and the boat pulls up to the location that they expected to find a platform, but instead they find... As the sun rises and the first boat of new tourists, all cheerful and, wearing sun gear, arrives, they find you all on the crab, safe and sound. Joining us for this adventure were Muse.
I'm dead. No, that's Newson. Too soon. I'm sorry.
And Newson and Brynry.
I will see you again, I hope.
I'm sorry.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Don't forget to leave us a review so we can read it.